Hi everybody, welcome to our video today where we are going to be exploring beautiful Freedom Park in Charlotte and the surrounding neighborhoods of Dilworth and Myers Park. These are both iconic and historic neighborhoods in Charlotte, and you don't want to miss it, so stick around. Welcome back everybody, I'm Dave DeSilva with eXp Realty, powered by, or I gotta say brokered by eXp Realty here in Charlotte. It is a rainy, nasty day in Charlotte. We don't get a ton of these, but we're gonna have to put up with it today, so I'm videotaping inside, and let's get to it. Freedom Park is a 98-acre park in the really central South Charlotte, about 2 or 3 miles out of the uptown central business district. It's just a perfect place for a stroll, going for a run, passing through, playing some sports, or just hanging out, having a picnic, if I didn't say that before, taking some photographs. One of the things that Freedom Park is known for are its annual and community events, and probably the top one is Festival in the Park, which is held every fall. Now, Freedom Park is kind of near and dear to my heart and my family's heart. We've had several personal events, activities, or memories of Freedom Park. My daughter used to practice here when she was younger, playing on a club team with some boys. They'd have some of their practices here. And then when she got older, of course, her school, Carmel Christian School in South Charlotte, would come to Freedom Park for their prom pictures. So we were here a couple times in a formal and a very informal atmosphere. Now, there are a ton of fields around Freedom Park, baseball fields, sand volleyball. I think there's basketball, tennis, and just open trails, and you can rent bikes here too as well. But there's also, like I said, a bunch of soccer fields, and my son actually scored his first club soccer goal here when he was just a wee little boy playing club soccer. As I said, 2 things that people like to do when they come here, other than take a look at the sports going on and enjoy the just the serene atmosphere, is they like to bike ride on the trails and they like to picnic. And as a side note, in addition to Freedom Park, which is the main subject of this review, we've also got Latta Park, and that is right in the heart of Dilworth. And as you can see, very low-key, pretty luscious. You've got basketball courts, you've got some sand volleyball courts, you've got a pavilion up there where there's some people meeting or maybe having lunch right now, playground, and it's encompasses about 31 acres, and it's right, as you can probably see by this video, right in the middle of Dilworth. Dilworth is a historic neighborhood located just south, again, of the Charlotte Central Business District and just kind of northwest a little bit of Freedom Park. Dilworth was established in the 1890s, and it was created or established by a gentleman named Edward Latta Dilworth. So you are going to see Latta quite frequently if you live around Charlotte, and then Dilworth, obviously the neighborhood. Dilworth was developed in no small part because of the development or the creation or the use of the streetcar or the trolley car. Streetcar made access from uptown Charlotte to the neighborhoods much more convenient. And because of that convenience, people felt much more comfortable living what was considered at that time a little bit farther out from the city. Dilworth has always been known for its beautiful tree-lined streets, its historic homes, and its charming bungalows, and we'll talk about those homes later on in this video. And of course, Dilworth is home to some of the best restaurants in Charlotte. You will never struggle to find some fine dining at a place like Sullivan Steakhouse, which my wife and I had attended for one of our anniversaries a little while back. And then there's also 300 East. Hey, I'm a little bit laid back a little bit more, so I love things like Mac's Speed Shop. Mama Ricotta's is one of our favorites. And then, of course, Tiber Creek Pub, which I've been to a great number of times for business and for personal pleasure. The only thing about Tiber Creek Pub is my understanding is it's going away in the next 6 months to a year or so. So loved it while it lasted. And of course, the staple of Dilworth, if you're into picking your own fruits and vegetables, is the King's Drive Market, Farmers Market. That's typically open on, I think it's Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. I know it opens as early as 8 a.m. and almost all day it's open on those days. Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Last part about Dilworth for right now is one of the big events in Dilworth is the Greek Fest, and that happens in the fall every year and attracts about 45,000 attendees. There's music, arts, dancing, all sorts of festivities, and there's one wicked fast 5K. So before we cover Myers Park, please take this opportunity to press that like button, make some comments, share this video, and subscribe. Well, Myers Park, again, is another iconic and historical neighborhood, again, just southeast of the town of Charlotte, or the city of Charlotte, and southeast of Freedom Park. So you've got Dilworth, in the northwest, and then you've got Freedom Park, kind of splits Dilworth and Myers Park, and then you've got Myers Park in the southeast section a little bit. Myers Park was established in 1911 and is also known for its tree-lined streets and stately homes. Myers Park is one of the most affluent areas in Charlotte, and you will notice it right away by going up and down Queens Road West, and you'll see every home there's $1 million up to multi-million-dollar homes. I believe right now, and we'll talk about this later, one of the homes is going for about $3.95 million, and a lot of its location. On those beautiful tree-lined streets, you're going to tend to see people walk in with their babies in a stroller if they have babies, just enjoying the view out for a walk in the evening or during the day, bike riding, running. There's always a lot of activity going on, and one time of year, when the Booty Loop comes up, you're going to see a ton of bikers out there. So what's the Booty Loop? The Booty Loop is a combination of roads that circles Queens College in Charlotte and is in Myers Park. And every year there's a 24-hour charity event where people get on their bike and ride for 24 hours. Now there's been some stories about why it's called the Booty Loop, but those will probably be X-rated, so I won't go into those stories here. And it's pretty easy once you get finished with the Booty Loop or a ride or a run to head over to the Selwyn Avenue pub and grab a bite and a beer and watch a game. Of course, in the Myers Park area, if you want to have a little bit more formal dining, go down to Napa on Providence. One of my favorites in South Park is Reed's Fine Foods. That's a new favorite of mine. And then, of course, you can go grab a beer at the bar with your son, like I'm supposed to be doing sometime pretty soon, at Providence Road Sundries. Now, if you're looking to buy a home in Dilworth or Myers Park, you're in luck in some senses, but then on the other hand, maybe you're not in luck. You're lucky because these neighborhoods typically have a thriving real estate market. There's a lot of homes that are typically not churning, but necessarily turning over a 12 and 6 month period. But those homes are going to be very expensive. The great thing is there's a variety of homes. You've got little condos and townhomes. You've got big condos and townhomes, single family bungalows, and then you've got, I would say McMansions, but these are pretty much mansions. Right now, today, there are 4 homes available. Actually, 2 are coming soon. 2 are on the market in Dilworth and 26 homes available in Myers Park. 10 of those Myers Park homes are single family and 16 of those are condos or townhomes. Now, to show you the number of homes that have sold in these 2 neighborhoods, in the past 6 months, I think it's 23 homes have sold in Dilworth and 93 homes have sold and closed in Myers Park. In Dilworth, the average price for a home that is sold is $1.36 million, and the average price for a condo is $452,000. And of course, in Myers Park, we're going to see a little bit elevated pricing compared to Dilworth. Single family home is averaging $1.9 million and the condos are averaging $879,000. Now, I think that $1.9 million can be pushed up a little bit more even because we have seen a number of lots either vacant or occupied with a teardown home that have sold between $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. Now, in addition to their historic charm and beautiful homes, Dilworth and Myers Park also offer a myriad of retail shopping options. The Dilworth neighborhood is home to the Park Road Shopping Center, and Myers Park is the home to Myers Park Shopping Center. In these shopping centers and on the periphery of these neighborhoods, you're going to find such places as Harris Teeter, staples of the community, Marshall's, Trader Joe's, Black Hawk Hardware, Petco, all sorts of those needed and nearby retail locations. There's also an innumerable amount of boutique shops, art shops, small specialty shops all over the area. One thing that's great to know is that Dilworth and Freedom Park and Myers Park are right in the vicinity of one of the largest and one of the best medical facilities in the Charlotte region. Atrium Health, formerly known as Carolina's Medical Center, employs over 1,100 physicians and employs one of the largest amount of people in the Charlotte region. It's also just a few minutes from each of these neighborhoods, and as you can see by these photos, it also is continuing to expand to serve the needs of the entire region. As I mentioned, Dilworth was named after Edward Latta Dilworth, who was a prominent developer and businessman. Myers Park was named after John Springs Myers, who was also a developer and also a textile guru. While these 2 neighborhoods are some of the original suburbs of the Charlotte market and are just considered treasures of the area, you're also going to find a lot of homes that are registered on the historic, I think it's called the Historic Registry, probably better known as the National Registry of Historic Places. You can certainly think of Myers Park and Dilworth as a laid-back atmosphere, a nice place to go home to after a very busy day. but also you're just minutes away from uptown Charlotte, as I mentioned, for football, baseball, soccer, or basketball, or just nightlife, things to do galore. You've got the Whitewater Rafting Center also out to the west. Down to the south is Carowinds, and then there's just dozens of golf courses circling Charlotte. Now, if you're a little bit ambitious, it's not far-fetched to be able to navigate from Dilworth by foot or by bike all the way down south through Freedom Park, take a tour through there, and then hit Myers Park and do a bike tour, or like I said, a running tour, strolling tour, something of the entire area. And once again, if you want more information, please leave a comment. Let me know what you're looking for. Go ahead and check the box and get our relocation package that we have offered in the description here. But more importantly, press the like button, press the share button, let your friends and family see what's going on in Charlotte, and then leave comments and subscribe to this channel.